Hey guys, I'm here with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be going through my May favorite. But first, excuse my nasaliness, kind of recovering from a cold. You will know that in May, I was actually doing hot yoga, and so I really loved this bottle. It is the Swell bottle. This is one of those insulated bottles that keeps your beverage warm or cold for like, I don't know, 24 hours, something like that. And it actually does work, meaning it really does seal in the coolness of your drink. So I've been enjoying this even post yoga, like I've just been using it anyway. I also really like that it looks stylish, so you can kind of rock it anywhere. You know, you can just pull it out and say, yes, I swell. These bottles come in a wide range of colors. I got this as a gift from speaking somewhere, I don't quite remember where, but it comes in so many colors and so many kind of textures as well, I think. Okay, so the next thing are these Snickers. Like, you guys, these are my favorite Snickers. So I got these sometime in April, I think, or February, and I hadn't really worn them until this month. These have been my favorite sort of everyday, you kind of want to just wear something cash, but then you don't want to look too sloppy. These are the ish. They're also really light, so it really helps in terms of like just not feeling like you're being bogged down by regular sneakers. This month I only have two products for hair. Both are by Dove. It's the Dove Advanced Hair Series in the flavor Pure Dry Oil. This basically comes in both the conditioner and the shampoo, obviously, but its claim is to help with dull hair or dry hair. I really enjoyed this. I wore braids for most of May, and I was really glad that I had this on hand just because my hair underneath was so dry and I didn't have time to go to the hair supply store, and so I kind of needed something that was around. And these products are at your local drugstore and actually seem to kind of be gentle on your hair. I'm going to be using the Dove conditioner as my co-wash moving forward. I actually really like it. It's a perfect greasiness, let's just say. Like, it's not completely runny-ish like some of the drugstore conditioners. It actually seems to have some moisture in it, and I don't know whether it's just this line, but in any case, the dry oil line by Dove, it's pretty awesome. I have been using this Dudu Osun soap. So this is African black soap. This brand is probably one of the more popular brands. I hadn't used black soap in so many years, but I know so many people who swear by it. I've been picking at my face lately, and so I have scarring, and I just figured I might as well get back onto black soap. I don't want to make any claims about it getting rid of the scarring yet, but it does definitely seem to cleanse my face really well, so it makes me feel like I've actually washed my face. Because it has oils inside, you don't feel too dry afterwards, if that makes sense, which is obviously a really good thing, especially for those of us who exfoliate our skin pretty much every day. You do not want to overstrip your face with moisture. So black soap, this one has honey, shea butter, camwood, palm oil, cocoa pod ash, palm bunch ash, aloe vera, lime juice, and so it's basically a natural soap, and it's a very inexpensive soap, especially in this age of like super expensive beauty stuff. You know, Africans have been rocking good skin for a very long time, thank you very much, and it's actually pretty inexpensive. So if there's anything I think on my entire list this month, it's this that I would recommend you guys to try out. Next up is this Shake It Fresh. So this is the mascara that I did a review on a few weeks ago. This is the Clump Free Volume Shake It Fresh mascara from Rimmel. I really like this. So up till now, the brush is still separated. I don't know if you can see. The bristles are still clean, and I've been using this pretty much every day. So I really like this mascara, and I'm definitely going to be repurchasing this mascara moving forward. Next up, I did mention to you guys that I've been picking at my face lately. One of the products that I've been using to cover my acne scars has been this. This is the MAC Pro Conceal and Correct palette in the color Medium Deep. I've had this palette for so long, and because I don't contour my face, I don't do correction normally, I just have had it. I think I've actually had it for like 2 years. So the orange color in it has been my saving grace. Like, I've been basically wearing it under all my makeup, and you cannot tell that I have like these acne scars. I will be sharing a video of how I correct my face, and so that you actually see what my skin looks like underneath this. But yeah, this has been my favorite color in the palette. I'm not someone who does all these things like contouring and drawing lines on your face. I'm not that person, but I have been using this as well for my under eyes. I don't really have that much of hyperpigmentation there, but it's been nice to be able to just kind of highlight that part. This has been actually a saving grace. And if you do like contouring, I have played around with some of the contouring colors, but it's not something that I wear every day. But I do like the palette itself because it's like you get everything in one palette as opposed to buying individual items on their own. This is gonna sound corny, but the next thing on my list are these pens. These are Staedtler pens, and I really love the way they have such a thin tip. Now, for those of us who still write, these are perfect. They come in like a collection, but you can also get them in the color that you want. I think they sell the black ones and the blue ones separately, so you could buy just the black ones or whatever. I bought the full color range. They're so awesome because they don't leak on the other side of the page when you write with them, and they're also pretty inexpensive for the quality. If you're a doodler or you like bullet journaling and that sort of thing, these are really, really cool for that purpose. I did finally start watching The 100, and I really binged on that show, you guys. Like, I binged on it. I had heard so many things about this show, but I thought to myself that it seems like a coming of age TV show, and like I'm kind of too old for that. And then so I was kind of brushing it off. And then I got to this point where I was really wanting something sci-fi-ish, but I pretty much watched most shows, so I was like, okay, I'll watch The 100. Yeah, I don't know why it took me this long to watch it, because it's a really smart show, and I think I would actually enjoy reading the book if there was a book. I don't even know if there's a book, but I would actually enjoy reading the book. It's just the character development is really well done. So basically The 100 is about 100 teenagers who get sent to Earth from a spaceship because the world has ended, and like apparently people are living up in space. Anyway, so these 100 people are sent to Earth to try and kind of figure out if you can live on Earth. So it's like an experiment or whatever. And so when they get to Earth, the whole premise of the show is like them surviving, and then they come into contact with other people potentially, and then obviously you can guess the rest. Like the whole show rotates around people trying to get leadership and like trying to, you know, there's lots of fighting between the groups and the stuff like that. It's everything you'd expect out of the situation of people being dropped somewhere and being expected to survive, so within the group itself and with external forces. But anyway, it's super complicated. I think it's like 4 seasons. I watched all 4 seasons this month, and it was well worth the time. I also started watching Dear White People. I haven't yet finished watching the series, but I really enjoyed so far. I'm like midway through. I think there are about 12 episodes, and it's just in its first season. Dear White People is basically around a college campus, and it obviously centers around the whole dynamic of like race relations, racial tensions and stuff like that. But what I really like about the show is that, well, first of all, it's just like a normal college drama, really. What I really like about the show is that it helps you see the different nuances in race dynamics. So like how, let's say, black people within their own race act towards each other, and how there's like different classes of people and how interracial stuff happens, like things like that. Like, so it's not so much like a bad letter to white people, you know, which is actually what I thought it was going to be about when I originally saw it being advertised. So I was kind of concerned about that, but it's really just one of those shows that's good for any type of person to watch, because it shows kind of the hypocrisies, it shows just the different nuances in when you're talking about race and power and that sort of thing. Plus it's just around a college campus, so everything you'd expect at a college campus also happens in the show, so you can imagine for yourself. That's pretty much all I got. Thank you so much for watching my video, and if you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!